All right, hello, welcome to the second guest spot episode on the spot for fantasy footballers. Thank you for joining us. And today's guest is Dennis Thompson, freestyler and founder of Trixafa. Dennis, thanks so much for coming on with me today. Tell us a little bit about the freestyle game and Trixafa specifically.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure being a part of your show, my guy. This freestyle stuff came about with a good friend of mine that introduced me to it. I would say from like 2006, 7. He introduced it to me. I wasn't really taken to it at first. I kind of backed off. He's like, come on, Dennis, I think you can do this. I said, no. The first year I said no. The following year, he insisted. He came back at me again. He's like, Dennis, you have the personality, you have the skills. Well, you can even learn more skills on top of that. And then he started throwing stuff at me like, this is what you could be getting. You could be traveling to here doing this, and that's when he got me. And I'm like, right. I've been wanting to play professional soccer. Maybe this is my way to express myself with the ball, right? And then from there on, from 07 right through, it's just been a blessing. I've been learning and growing in the sport. It's not the biggest sport right now, but it's growing massively. Yeah. Because especially with the young youths coming up, right. They're taking it on so well. So
yeah, Dennis, you and I have that in common then, in that like I got into this FPL, the fantasy soccer thing, because it's an extension of the game itself, and I'm a massive footy fan. So that's kind of what the FPL, the fantasy football world, is like. It's an extension of the game, and it's a way to have some fun with it. So you and I have that in common for sure.
Definitely.
And one thing that I appreciate in watching the game is seeing a player with a bit of flair. Who are the best, like all-time players with that flair? When you see him on the pitch, you appreciate that level of skill that you teach.
Definitely. No, 100%. My all-time favorite was Ronaldinho. So, yeah. And like, I still have him as my all-time favorite because what he done for the game on a certain way. I'm not saying Pele didn't do it, Maradona didn't do it, but his flair, his personality was just phenomenal. And he had that little part of freestyle too. So that's when I started taking on to him a bit even more, right? So he just changed the whole game for me after start watching him. When I started watching him really keenly, when he scored that goal against England.
That'll do it. That'll get you hooked in, huh?
That locked me in. Just his personality, his persona. It's just unreal. Like it's felt like I could touch the man through the screen. Like it's just crazy.
Well, you said it right. They're able to express themselves on the park. What is it that you're able to teach? How are you able to teach people how to gain these skills and do these tricks? How do you do it?
It's a very tough one. It's harder than actually coaching soccer, because a lot of people, it's easy to walk and kick a ball and like, I wouldn't say easy, but it's easier to pick up soccer skills than to pick up freestyle skills. Yeah. Right. So to teach it, I had to learn it and then learn how to teach it as well. So someone taught me how to actually teach it as well. Right. And at first it was a lot of stress because you're trying to teach them, okay, pretend that you're kicking the ball like this. Now you're not going to kick it like that. Now you're gonna hit it off your lace up, and you have to hit it directly up. When it comes to freestyle soccer players, like freestylers and soccer players, we tend to do keep ups a little different.
Right.
Right. And myself, I'm more of a soccer player than a freestyler per se. Right. But I have more of that soccer swag, as I was saying, like from Ronaldinho.
Well, I've seen the videos, man. I've seen all the videos. I've seen everything on Instagram. You're fresh, you're smooth too, man. You're so smooth with it. So you definitely see that soccer background.
It's all the years of doing what I do and loving the ball, right? I tell people all the time, I slept with 3 soccer balls on my bed every day. Every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I wake up in the morning, I pick up my ball, and I balance it on my head. And some days I wouldn't get it until I actually got it. And that's before I started freestyling too.
So what's the trick? What's the move that you're most proud of that took you maybe the longest to achieve?
It's a move called the double tap pop, right?
Okay.
So you hit the ball. This is the ball. Your lace hits the ball, smack the ball like bang bang, like you hit it, bang, it bounces, and you have to hit it again, and the ball flicks over your head.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I don't.
So that one, it's an ankle breaker. You have to be careful of that move because your whole body position has to be right, or else you're gonna end up in the hospital with a cast.
Right. So you're not going to teach me that one today, then. We'll see.
No, but
we'll graduate to that level.
To teach, as I was saying earlier, to teach it's very difficult, but the person themselves have to want to learn it even more so than you wanted to teach them.
Maybe you can teach me to do something in my living room here safely, of course. Hopefully I don't smash the TV or nothing.
Hopefully you won't break any TV.
That's right. It all depends on my touch though, right? It's on me.
Well, if you got the skills of footy, I think you'll have some sort of a coordination.
It's been a while. I've been locked down like everybody else, Dennis. Before we get to that, though, I want to introduce you to the game I play, FPL, the fantasy game. I know you're a Liverpool supporter, so you obviously follow the game. You know the game. I learned that from talking to you. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna go through a 6-person draft. So we're just gonna do 5-a-side plus the keeper, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, 1 forward, and the goalkeeper. And we'll alternate picks. Did this with Ian Hume in the first guest spot video. So we're going to try this again with the smaller squad this time. And so the guest always picks first. So you can go ahead with your first selection, Dennis.
Well, as a Liverpool fan, I got to go with my guy, the Egyptian, right? Mo Salah.
not a bad pick. It's a good way to start. Always good to go with Mo Salah. He's had another solid year. Some people have been down on him in the way he's been producing fantasy wise, but he's still up there in the top 5, still 17 goals so far. So he still puts it away. I am going to go with someone who had a great start to this season, Tottenham Hotspur's Son Heung-min. That's going to be my pick. My first pick is going to be Son Heung-min.
Awesome. All right. I would say, so my second pick would be, Bruno Fernandes. He's another red on the other side of the Reds.
Goodness. Okay, so you're going after heavy hitters right away. This is good. I mean, last time I did this with Ian Hume, I thought that he went a little bit conservative picking his guys, but then he beat me by 6 points. So he obviously knew what he was doing. I'm gonna have to obviously be somewhat aggressive here as well and get someone who could score. Gosh, if you go Bruno Fernandes, I'm going to try to counter that a little bit, and I'll take Marcus Rashford. He's someone that I have on my FPL draft team. I've had him all year. He's been up and down so far, but hopefully if Bruno Fernandes gets in on the action, then maybe Marcus Rashford does as well. I'm just trying to, I guess, block you with that play. Get a piece of the pie there.
I guess we're staying in the Reds, right? So my next player would be my Jamaican Yardie, aka English, Mr. Raheem Sterling.
Oh, Raheem Sterling's great. Raheem Sterling's a lot of fun on Twitter as well. If you end up following him, he chimes in on the FPL world saying that he didn't produce this week. He's a good follow on Twitter, and he actually engages with the FPL community, which is always amazing. Fun. So yeah, he's a good time. Okay, my turn next. City, yeah, good pick, good idea going with Manchester City team or Manchester City players. So I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to go with defender Ruben Diaz, who's been very good so far this year. So that's going to be my first defender taken, Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good pick. He's a solid baller. Not everyone's first choice, but he's a solid baller for sure, right? In my defense line, I'm gonna go with my guy Wings, right?
Tyrone Mings.
Oh my God, I said Wings. Mings, my bad. Yeah, that's my guy for in my back line.
Good, man. All right, Tyrone Mings for sure. That's That's a good foundation. I think we're being too nice to each other. I should probably just jump on you for saying Tyrone. Calling him man Wings. Okay.
All these wings. I guess I'm thinking about the fantasy football already and watching ball and having wings.
Okay. It's good to have it's good to have wingers. Maybe that's what you're thinking. I'm gonna take one of your guys, Liverpool player Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh
With my pick.
man,
So that
that
rounds
was
up
gonna
my
be my
defenders. My
next
two
pick,
defenders: Ruben
man.
Diaz, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
That was gonna be my next pick, you. Oh man.
Take in.
I'm gonna have to dig in. I'm gonna have to go with one of the top Portuguese ballers that's playing in the English league there. What's his name again?
Ricardo Pereira of Leicester.
That's the man right there. He's holding it down right now. He's holding it down. So unless is not doing too bad, because you know you got a top baller like him holding down the back line.
Yeah, he was injured early in the year, so encouraging to have him back in the lineup, especially with some of the other attacking midfield options that have recently picked up injuries. So Ricardo Pereira, could pick up an assist, maybe even score a goal this week. Good for you. Right? Good pick. I'm gonna go with I'm a Chelsea supporter, so I'll take my first Chelsea player here, Timo Werner, as my forward. So that rounds out my outfield players. I've got Ruben Diaz, Trent Alexander-Arnold as the back two, and Son Heung-min and Marcus Rashford as my two mids, and Timo Werner as my forward. All that's left now is for us to pick our keepers. You can go ahead and pick your keeper first.
I can't leave out my guy, Alisson. I can't leave him out. I know he's not doing the best right now.
I was gonna say, Dennis. I was like, that's brave, but he's your guy. I get it.
Like, he's my guy, but boy, he's not doing the greatest right now. But I can't leave him out. That's my guy.
You get your boys for sure, man. I'm gonna take Emiliano Martinez, Aston Villa keeper, as my quietly the best fantasy goalkeeper. Yeah, quietly the best fantasy goalkeeper so far this season. So I'm gonna jump on that and hope he comes through for me against you, and then we might have to set up a side wager for this too as well. Figure out what the loser has to do, because I get pretty competitive. I know.
100 push-up.
Yeah. Okay. We can do that. That works for me.
My arm will probably fall off. I haven't done push-ups since grade 5.
You and me both, man. Okay, let's so thank you for doing that with me. We're gonna have some fun. I'll post the lineups on the Twitter account at the Spot 4FF. So make sure you check that out. And
definitely 100%.
Before we get going here, Dennis, it's time for you to teach me a trick, and let's see if I can set this up properly. It might take a minute. Might have to do some sneaky editing for the final product here, but I'm gonna spin the camera around.
I think you got it. Well, to talk about teaching you all this kind of stuff, like, this is what I do. I have players that I'm coaching online right now because of all this COVID stuff that we're doing. Like, so everything, some parents are like, my son or my daughter, we don't have a lot of space. I tell them, all you need is a 4x4 space and you're golden. We're not doing anything high fly. You know, we're learning the basics and we're going to build. And hopefully when we get outside, you know, we have a bit more space. So I'm going to teach you everything that you could use within, like, pretty much a 4x4 space. And hopefully you can get it. I think you got it though.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to spin this stuff around.
Awesome. Let me set my cam.
Okay, mic set up there. Apologize for the lighting. That's what we have to deal with here.
I think that's your way of saying, you know, nobody can really see you, right?
That's right. I got a stunt double in for me right now.
Right. So what you're gonna learn is you're gonna learn how to do the foot stall. The foot stall is all you have to do is roll the ball onto your foot, right? I'll show you first, and then you can follow. Okay. So the foot stall, you're gonna take your time, roll the ball on your foot, balance, find the balance first, right? That's the first step I talk about when we're doing freestyle and stuff like that. If you can't roll the ball onto your foot, I teach my players they can place their foot beneath the ball, pivot foot, use your arms to balance, roll it onto your foot, curl your toe up, and you balance, and you take your time. And once you have that balance, then you're good to go.
Okay.
From there, right? So from there, we're going to toss the ball up, let it bounce. And off that bounce, you're going to take a quick step, close your knees. So now you're going to go from the foot stall to a bounce into a knee grab. Okay? So what?
How many tries do I get at this? Okay, you show me once.
Okay, hold on. Let me show you.
Let's see the whole thing.
So, all right, I'm going to go through the whole thing. So foot stall, nice and easy, balance, try to count to 3, right? Bounce, knee grab. Once you have it into your knees, then you're going to jump and catch it into your hands, and that's it. You got this, my guy. You see? And you haven't even gone out of the space that you're at. Bounce. And that's the difficult part about teaching over Zoom, right? It's super difficult, and some people think that it's easy, but it's not easy, because I teach my kids. I have 4 weeks that I coach them, so they have to take this and go home and practice this kind of stuff after every practice. So we go from foot stall to knee grab all the way up to catching the ball on the neck. Then you have to balance the ball on your head. So they have 4 weeks to learn all of that, and it's how much they want to learn. They can go home and practice everything, and they can reach out to me and ask me for more tips. But I think you got it. Let's go. Let's try it again one more time.
Okay, this will be the last try. I think.
You got it.
Okay.
Remember, try to find the balance. Take your time. And there you go. Oh, you slipped. It slipped.
Dennis, I think I'm doing this for the rest of the day. I think this is it. I'm gonna have to do it, video it myself, and then send it back to you. I want to thank you though for doing this. Appreciate it, and I want to thank everybody for watching this show. I'll have all the details in the description. We'll have to do this again, my friend. Thanks so much.
I appreciate you having me. I'm looking forward to come back on.